All right, welcome to Car Talk and Other Things with Big D and Liam. Week 14.
Oh, I always forget this part.
Gotta change your glasses so you can see.
Yes. I always, especially since I decided to ride Side Chick today because the temperatures are very nice.
Yeah, they're not bad.
We're down into the low mid 90s for the high. It was like mid upper 80s for a high yesterday. It was awesome. But
Yeah.
so I'm like, why not? I'll bring out the bike and get some freaking wing therapy.
Let me clean the lens. It seems a little fuzzy, or we're out of focus, or I'm moving around too much. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, we're in focus on that one, but then over here.
It's going in and out. Yeah. See, look at that.
Oh. I think I noticed that last week when I got.
You move around too much. You go like this, and it autofocuses. So you gotta be careful.
Well, I was trying to get an Alucard,
Yeah. Speak of the devil.
He's like all up in my business right now.
All right, sorry, we're getting distracted here.
Anyway,
other things. Donnie had a brainstorm.
Yes.
About a project idea.
I don't know if Liam can pull it up
I
or
can try.
not.
It's the internet. I can pull up anything.
It's gonna be on Facebook Marketplace, so I would just probably get on your
Facebook Market or
click on your Facebook or something.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Or
No, I'm not putting my Facebook up on the internet.
Oh yeah, this is true. Well, I didn't know what stuff you would be able to hide and not hide.
Tell me the style of truck. Maybe I can pull it up.
It was a 73 or 74 Chevy, moving truck, dump truck.
Like a long bed.
Yeah. Dually, I think it was like a C15 or something like that. It was weird. It was way up there in the.
If I can find something like that.
It was way up in there.
Okay.
I know once everybody sees it, they'll all be like, "Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about." See, those are just square bodies.
Yeah, these are see, there's a super long bed right there.
Yeah, but no, that's not.
That's like a super long bed, so you guys get the idea.
Yeah, but what I'm looking at is literally, it was an old dump truck or on Facebook Marketplace. I just typed in on the search classic Chevy dump trucks.
So it was like that.
There we go.
But without the.
Yeah, so it was a 73, 74 nose. So that top one that you just had up there was literally that one right there.
Which one?
Yeah, no, that one.
This one.
That one, yes.
Yeah.
So it's like a 73, 74, but
all the crap's taken off.
But that one's a dump truck. The one that I found, I think, was actually an old moving truck because the frame is crazy long on it.
Yeah.
Had crazy overhang off the back. I mean, the frame was just really long.
Yeah, I'll try to find something.
You typed in 73 Chevy long moving.
Moving. I'm not finding anything.
Moving truck. You have to be specific.
You're a truck. So it could have been something like this.
Something
That's
like
a grain
that.
truck.
That's a grain truck, and that's got dual dualies.
Yeah.
On the back, but
it's a single dually.
But basically, you guys get the gist of what the front end of it looks like, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not the best card drawer, guys, but I kind of rough sketched something together this morning.
I'll keep looking.
I want. Okay, Alucard. No. Yeah, this has been enough. I mean, look at my pants and my shirt, and yeah.
Lay down.
Yeah, that's
Sorry about that.
yeah, that's good. You've had your
No. No. Go lay down.
Alucard, go lay
Just
down.
ignore him. He'll go away.
Why did I hear boom like somebody asked us a question?
No, nothing yet. Yeah,
Anyway.
you're talking about your drawing.
Anywho, I want to build a ramp truck. Ramp trucks are something kind of the past. They kind of phased out in the mid 70s with people were doing them with the square bodies and stuff. But they've made like a really huge popular comeback. So I think that if there we go right there. Well, there's Finnegan's, that white one. That's
All right, let me get that back on the screen here.
yeah,
So,
that's Finnegan's.
I just
ramp
did a search
truck.
for ramp truck and what do you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they're very popular. Okay.
There's actually one with a car on it, so you guys can see what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, that okay. Yeah, that is a ramp truck. I was gonna say it looked more like a rollback, but
But you want to do an over.
but my design's slightly different because we want to also be able to use it as what's the word I'm
Storage.
like for our tools and
Yeah, tool storage and
toolbox, smaller air. Well, actually, an air compressor like the size we got now would be perfect.
yeah.
So a little air compressor, a decent generator, just stuff like that for at the track. Now, okay, this is what I drew up. It's very rough, but I want you guys to kind of get the gist. Let's see if this will focus correctly. Yes, it looks like a 5-year-old freaking drew it. But, so there's the ramp part. Yes, I didn't put tires and wheels on it because I can't draw them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's platform over the cab for a smaller car like Liam's. And then if you look up above, that's basically my rendition of the decking. So the ramp part would have, the D plate stands for diamond plate. And then in the center, and then the whole top piece would be really thick, like grill mesh that can hold the weight.
Yeah.
Of course, there'll be more bracing across there than that, but you kind of get the idea. The panels in the center of the up ramp, those would be removable so that if we needed to work on the car at the track, we could put a car up on there, remove one or two of those panels out of the way, and we'd be able to get underneath the car and work. And Liam also said it would be perfect storage for going to the track to haul extra tires right there.
Yeah, have that under space.
And then all them little doors on the side, of course, those would be storage compartments. They would obviously vary in size. But, you know, put an air compressor in there, a toolbox, generator, you know, all that stuff. And then the flat deck would be perfect for, like, the Miata or something smaller car-wise.
Yeah.
It would be perfect for us to get started and for local stuff. Also, with the ramp trucks being as popular as they are now, I know that we could build it, use it, and then when it comes time for us to go to that next level, we would be able to sell this ramp truck and probably make a decent amount of money off of it. Because, again, they're very popular, especially in the car world. The really, really, really popular ones, actually, and they're really hard to find. I think they're like the 40s and the early 50s cab over ramp trucks.
I
Those
haven't seen anything like
those are very rare and very expensive when they do come up. But, oh, go back up. What year was that tan one? That one.
That was, I don't know.
That's a 65. You don't like, I kind of like the roundiness of
Yeah,
that
it's more
one.
like so they used to be used as tow trucks too, like the low ones.
Yeah.
They used to be like cheap tow trucks. And
See,
so for some reason they stopped using them as tow trucks, which is kind of weird.
well,
Because they started using flatbeds with adjustable height and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
but
They're a little easier to use.
these particular trucks, that body style, you know, from the 60s and the 70s, Chevy, people use that body style
Yeah.
in so much stuff.
This was before
Sewer,
advanced hydraulics
you
and
know,
stuff
sewer
like
trucks, tow trucks, some styles of fire trucks even. I mean, they were used across the board.
that. There's a nice one. It's kind of like the same idea you have with the,
Yeah,
with the storage. That's a model though.
yeah.
But
And
you're-
the ramp doesn't go up quite as high because it would have to go up and over the cab.
yeah, you'd
but-
probably have to step it or something like that, or do something.
Yeah, but that's basically kind of, you know, I have basically what got this in my head. Liam has been looking around now, or been thinking about for a while now. He wants the moving truck.
Yeah, the moving truck idea. I don't
But-
know if we talked about that maybe once on stream, like
Yeah,
three or four stream, like week 3 or 4.
yeah.
So I wanna-
Basically, he's wanting an older lowboy moving truck that has the cab, that also has the cab over compartment. What he's wanting to do with his,
pretty much like
see, that one's too new.
yeah, but it gives them an idea of what I'm talking about. It's too short too.
Yeah, and that's not a lowboy.
Yeah.
The one,
Yeah.
the one that,
Yeah.
yeah. When you say lowboy,
Yeah, they go.
you mean low boy. But
Yeah, something. So I want something
Something-
that looks like that, but not with that. You know,
yeah,
you can
not
convert it.
not that new,
Yeah,
basically.
something that long though.
Yeah, basically he's wanting to do something in that realm with an older moving truck, and basically convert like the front, quarter,
Yeah, like
not the full half.
They'll look more like that.
Yeah, but you don't want to you want to do a like just the front quarter, right? Quarter part, and then the rest
Yeah.
of it's all the
Garage.
yeah.
Pretty much half garage, half U-Haul, or not U-Haul,
Well-
but half
home.
home, kind of
Basically.
like a mobile home.
Yeah, he wants to kind of
Split it.
combine the two because he's got a smaller car, so he'll be able to do that. Now, when he builds his S10, on the other hand,
That's you just get a trailer.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Pull behind that.
well, this is true. So yeah, he's thinking that route.
Because you can fit a bed in the overhead.
Yes,
That rhymed. I didn't mean to.
fit a bed and overhead. Yes,
And you can even raise. I've seen people raise them, just like a few feet.
yeah. You got to
Or
think.
put a bubble
You got to
right,
remember.
or put an arrow bubble right there.
You just got to remember
Just a little extra.
bridge clearances.
Yeah. You just got to make sure you know your height of your vehicle,
Yes.
and you pay attention to those signs above the bridges,
Yes.
because these go under most at regular height.
Yes, but then once you start adding stuff a la carte, get your face out of my armpit, please.
Just kind of. There you go. And
But yeah, so
yeah, just pretty much got to keep an eye on your height and your signs and everything.
but my ramp truck idea is basically kind of my first step I'm thinking about because we're good welders. We just need to get the gas and stuff for our welders so we can get better welds, and then all we really need to do is just get the metal. But what got it wasn't well, Liam's thing got me started on it. I was on Facebook Marketplace, and when something pops in my head, I start just kind of
Just
randomly
just roll
searching
with
with
it.
shit.
Roll with it, brainstorm,
So-
internet hole kind of thing.
So I first. I typed in classic Chevy dump truck. I don't know why, but I did.
Okay.
And of course, in that process, like anything else on Facebook Marketplace,
Or the internet in general.
yes, other things also pop up in that same category. So I found the perfect freaking moving truck for Liam, and how much was dude asking for it? Like under $2,000.
Couple grand, yeah.
But it was perfect for what he would his needs.
It would probably need some engine work and
Well,
stuff
of course,
like that.
anything's going to need work, but it would.
I'm sure they said it was fine and it runs and everything like that, but I'm sure there's something wrong. If they're going trying to sell it for that cheap, there's something wrong with it.
Or it's just old. A lot of people don't like moving trucks that old that are trying to get into the whole moving business themselves.
So many miles on it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but so I found one for him, but in the process, I stumbled across the 73, 74
There's one
dually. It was a single axle dually.
So that's one turned into an RV, just to throw that out there.
Oh, see, there you go.
The guy turned it into an RV. But I want one longer and bigger. But anyway.
So I came across this like 73, 74. It was a single axle dually. Had a 2-speed rear end. Yeah. I don't know. If anybody knows, okay, we got 4 watchers right now, and if one of them happens to be our uncle, types, please, have you ever heard of a 2-speed rear axle? Now, I've heard of governors and splitters for semi-truck transmissions because I'm an ex-trucker myself. But I've never heard of a 2-speed
Well, you can actually buy them.
rear end. No, that's a racing 2-speed rear. No, wait, right there.
Eaton?
No, the only 800-mile. That's a dually axle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's made by Eaton. An Eaton 2-speed rear axle cast truck rear end.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Huh.
You can get it on eBay for like $800.
Okay. Well, anyway, this thing has a 2-speed rear end in it and a 350 motor.
Oops, sorry, I had the wrong button.
A 350 crate motor and some type of a 5-speed transmission.
Wow, that's cool.
But, of course, brainstorming, I'm like, well, shit, I could do a 6.0 just bone stock LS truck motor conversion in here and put the same automatic that would match that motor in there with it and, you know, cruise comfortably. Change out the rear end gear to something that's more in-town highway friendly, because you guys that are old enough like we are know getting stuck behind these particular models of trucks at stoplights,
Yeah.
they are so slow. Well, now I know why. So
They have it in the wrong gear.
So you change out the whole entire gear setup, gear ratio in the rear end of the damn thing, and that fixes that problem. But then I'm also thinking 12-valve Cummins.
Yeah.
Just throw a freaking Cummins in it.
That'd be the first upgrade, probably.
Yeah, throw a 12-valve
Besides
in
all the
it.
metal work.
Yeah, throw a 12-valve in it, and
I can even do that in my moving truck.
yeah. 12-valve Cummins, a nice freaking Allison automatic transmission, maybe a gear vendor's overdrive if need be, change the gear ratio in the rear end.
Just upgrade update the stock parts and the suspension and stuff like that to make sure everything, check all the suspension.
Oh well, that
parts
was that was one other thing I was going to do.
Get new stuff.
It wasn't just fabbing and all that of the ramp bed and all that. It was also,
you can lower it.
see, the whole entire rear end is leaf sprung.
Switch over to bags. So
I'm thinking we do airbags and a really, really beefy custom 4-link suspension.
Well, the airbags are essential if you're trying to lift anything. You can pretty much just slam the ramp to the ground with the airbag system,
so then
and you won't need any like extending ramps or anything like that.
There you go. See, he gets on the same wavelength as I do.
Once you get the back tires on, you tilt the front forward, so it's easier to pull the car up. You can use the airbags to make it easier to get the car on the.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We beefy
See, I thought of it before he said it. So.
We beefy 4-link the rear end of it, custom built 4-link, so it will frickin' lay. Right. Put frickin' semi-truck frickin' bags on it.
Yeah.
Because you have to when you get to that big.
Yeah.
And pretty much the same thing with the front.
Or something off the aftermarket for like a modern diesel truck or something like that they sell.
Yeah. It just depends on how much weight we got going on after the construction of all that, because that has to be constructed before the bags, because you have to know the weight of the truck to determine what capacity of bag to get.
Geometry, everything. You have to consider everything.
Yeah. So.
All right, cool.
But yeah, I'm just for like 2-3 days now. And some of you that know how I am, once I get something going in my brain, it's just there. Just gears are turning.
Pretty much the same way.
But I think it's a really cool idea for our first friggin' haul truck.
Yeah.
You know, and that we could friggin' resell it. Because, you know, I was going to leave it patinaed, but then I'm like, no, we paint it.
Yeah.
We can paint it to either match Darksin or somehow paint it to have a combination of both cars.
Well, mine's going to be street drivable anyway for a while, so I won't need a truck for a while.
Well, no, but yeah.
That's it's an idea for the future.
But you know what could fit up there very perfectly.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the Secret would fit right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfectly.
Secret project.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Yeah. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, anything else we want to talk about this week?
Well, we haven't done any looking or updates on any of the not local, but nationwide racing series.
Okay, we can.
There's NASCAR, NHRA.
Formula Drift Finals is about ready to come up. That's one thing. So that's, I don't know if that's this week or next week. I don't know if they're airing it. They might be having it on an actual TV channel somewhere, because I have not seen any YouTube updates. I just seen some advertising stuff.
You need to you need to let people know that are interested in the drifting stuff, like where they can see it.
Usually you can see it on YouTube. They have the Formula Drift YouTube channel. Actually, I can check that real quick.
They used to show it on MAV TV. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, what is MAV TV? Well, it is a automotive-only channel, and it is only on, which one do I have, Direct or Dish? I have the one with the kangaroo.
See, they have some updates here.
But it's the opposite one of the one I got at home. I think it's Dish. Mm-hmm. No, Direct TV. Yeah, it's Direct.
Well, it's going to be live on YouTube next week.
Oh, they're going to live stream it?
In Texas, yes. They live stream all their stuff on YouTube for free. Or you could go to formuladrift.com. They simulcast it everywhere. They even do Japanese on this channel. They even do Japanese Formula Drift. They have their own series in Japan. Well, you can see the original people that developed drifting.
You need to keep me in the loop on YouTube stuff like this that's being live stream just like
there's
Drag
lots-
Week, because I can watch this stuff when you're watching it live, and then it gives us more to talk about.
I'll start posting it on our. We'll start posting it on our Facebook and
Instagrams and our Twitter.
When
Start when we know that something's getting ready to come on that you guys could be interested in. We'll start saying, "Hey, this is getting ready to start over here." If you get, you guys.
We can even we can actually simulcast it if you want. We can have headphones on so you guys can't hear it, and we can actually talk over it, and you guys can watch it at the same time.
Oh, so we could be like the narrator guys.
We can commentate like separately.
The commentators.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to hear. We'd be the commentators, but they wouldn't be able to hear the cars. And I like being able to hear.
But
the
if we
cars.
try that, they'll try to strike us. They'll try. I don't think that because we're using their content, even though we're kind of.
We might get.
Maybe if we don't show it, maybe if we talk about it without actually showing it, and just have our faces, that would work. Because I know Joe Rogan does that with fights on his channel. That's where I got the idea.
He talks. He basically
commentates
a fight without actually showing the fight.
Without showing or having the watchers hear it. But he's
watching it.
He's live streaming while the fight goes on, so people can hear him talk while they're watching the fight. So we can do the same thing with the race, as long as we don't show or have our viewers listen to the fight.
Oh, so like if they watch the race on their computer,
they can hear us talk at the same time. So they're like they're in the same room with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they could technically pull up the race,
watch it
on
a separate
mute,
screen if they have it.
On mute or whatever, and then just listen to us, or however. I don't know how that would fucking work. But
it's up to them. They can have it down. They can play with the volumes, have us slightly over what they're hearing in the race and stuff like that, so the commentators don't get too weird. Anyway, that was an idea. A little brainstorm there. This is mostly what we do on this.
Okay, so next weekend
I can talk about another thing too that I really want to talk about, but that's if we're done with this. But next week. So
next week is the Formula Drift Finals 2019.
Yes, the main event live.
Okay.
Now, the Thursday and Friday before that, they'll have qualifying. They'll have other stuff you can watch beforehand that we're not going to mess with. But we'll talk more about doing a live commentary that we broadcast, because that's a big event. We should start doing that with more big events like Drag Week and stuff like that.
What else? You wanted to go talk about something after you were done talking about this?
Okay, this is totally out of left field, other things, territory. We're going completely off book.
It's not car related.
No,
at all?
not car related at all.
Are we talking football?
Unless you're talking
already?
about Tesla.
Oh, are we going to talk about the Tesla rocket thingy?
Yeah, we're going to talk about SpaceX rocket. I'm a space fan. I'm a nerd. I'm a SpaceX fan.
You totally changed. Yeah, you changed the script. We were talking about how people are doing in race finals, and we literally covered drift and then skipped NASCAR and HRA.
Yeah.
And went straight into freaking.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
We went straight into Tesla.
Space. I put. And I'm looking at the wrong screen. That's the problem. Starship. I'll just look at images. Okay, this is what they're built. This is the idea.
I just realized I forgot my vape.
Oh, your big vape?
Yes, it's in the bike.
Okay, they're constructing one, at least a prototype. And this is them building it, and they just put the finish. They're putting the finishing touches on it. Actually, I'm gonna get. Wish I can show the live stream. See, there it is. That's what they're building. Yeah. So this is what's happening down in Texas, Boca Chica, Southern Tip. They're building the first prototype that's going to go to 20 kilometers high. It's going to touch the edge of space. It's not actually going to be a spaceship. It's just the first prototype. It's going to launch itself. It's not going to have a booster or anything. And I just wanted to mention how awesome this is. Look at the size of that crane. This is 55 meters tall, taller than most buildings. I mean, you can see the size of compared to the size of the people. And this is like fish-eyed too.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So they're building it's the biggest upper section for a rocket that's ever been built.
Thing is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Of course, it's SpaceX, Elon Musk. He also owns Tesla, which produces some of the fastest cars in the world.
Basically, he's trying to design the first freaking.
This is designed to go to Mars.
Yes.
With like 100 people inside.
Yes.
Comfortably. A Japanese guy has already already rented one to go around the moon. With like 50 artists. He's choosing like 50 of his favorite artists. It's like a Japanese billionaire. He already rented one to take Japanese, or not just Japanese, but worldwide known artists and musicians a trip around the moon and back. It's crazy shit. The shit that's going on with this ship.
Oh.
This is like it's nuts. So that was my obsession for the week. We can go back to cars and stuff, I guess. We can take this.
What
up.
the hell was it?
That was your.
No, I was trying to figure out what that side thing was. But anywho,
What side thing?
on the rear end, not the ship, on that rear end, right there, that.
Some kind of shift solenoid?
Maybe that's probably for the 2-speed.
He's talking to Aaron. He's talking about this like little black thing.
Oh wait, no, it's an alternator bracket. What? Yes, it's for mounting your alternator off your rear end.
Oh.
Drag racers do that. No, other racers also do it too. It's to save space.
What if you do that with an LS?
Yes, you can.
That'll shift some weight to the back if you need it.
I've seen people do it.
If you want to balance out your car more, you need to shift some weight. Then, yeah, that's a way to shift some weight to your rear end too. If you're like you're trying to get a balanced setup on the car.
Well, it's also for if you're friggin' trying to create more room up front for something else.
It'd be closer to your battery if your battery's in the back.
Yes.
So,
Just the only bad thing is with a motor, the alternator's constantly spinning and charging.
Yeah.
But on your rear end, it's only spinning and charging when you're moving. So when you're stopped, you're basically running off battery power.
If you have a good battery system, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, well, depending
Or
upon...
or how long you're running the car.
Well, I was going to say also depending upon how much electronical bullshit you have going on in the car also.
Yeah. But if you're running like a road course, you're constantly moving, so it wouldn't be a problem.
Well, yes. But...
And you can always have get a jump start in the pits if it...
I think they used to use them in monster trucks.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they still do, but I think they used to.
It's an ingenious idea. Words.
Words. Yes, genius.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, we wasted 40 minutes so far. That's cool.
Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know what...
Any other type of racing you want to update on?
Well, considering
Since I completely went off book.
Considering I've missed like the last 2 weeks, I think, of NASCAR because I've like totally spaced it out. I don't know who's where.
We can just check it out.
I think Martin Truex Jr. won last week. See, last week was a Saturday night race, and
yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
For everybody to look, Truex is at number 1 in the points,
Harvick,
followed by Harvick, Busch.
Yeah.
Is that?
Is that-
There's only
is
one
that
Busch
Kyle?
still running, right? Is that Kyle or
It should be Kyle. If it's the 18, it's Kyle.
Kyle.
It's Cal. I hate you, Cal.
Then we have Brad.
Brad
Brad.
Keselowski. And then Denny Hamlin.
Daryl Hamlin.
Denny, not Daryl. Daryl.
Daryl's his dad?
No, I don't know where you
There's always been a Hamlin.
Yeah, Daryl.
Denny.
But, so, yeah. So that's good. I know tomorrow's NASCAR race is...
You guys can see, if your favorite driver's in there, you can check.
Is a road course, and I believe it's
I like
coming from Charlotte.
Charlotte. Oh, nice.
So...
North Carolina.
Yes.
I've been there. I've been to Charlotte.
That's where
I flew into there. Yeah, because I went to Fort Bragg.
Well, that's where you went to boot camp.
No, that's not boot camp. That's before I went to Afghanistan.
Oh.
Yeah. I was hanging out there. So, yeah, I did that. Anyway.
But, okay, so...
yeah, I'm just looking at, see if there's anybody. Larson.
Pretty much looks like Jimmy's
Logano. He's still up there, though.
Jimmy's not in the finals.
I mean, how many points do they normally get per race?
Well, we're in the finals, so they started over recently, so that's
so
why
it's cool
that's
that
why the
somebody
numbers
can be
are
in
low.
8th with no wins. That's pretty good.
Or wait, no, we're not in the point. We're not in the finals yet.
We're not in the runoff or finals or whatever.
Because the points start over when we go into what NASCAR calls the playoffs.
Yeah.
I thought we were already.
But you start seeing the separation as they go down. You know who the top runners are when the separation is a guy can be 0-0 in 19th place.
Oh, Jimmy is still on. Okay, Jimmy's in 18th. God damn.
What's considered the if you're in the top 10, you can still win kind of thing, or is it top 5? You can still get the championship. What's because it resets.
Yeah, that's
how many go into the?
I think they start. Jesus, and
Is
I'm
it
the fucking NASCAR guy. I should know. They start over with, I think it's 5 points or something, or they start over with 0 points.
They start over with a certain number of points based on their position in the rankings.
Yeah, I think so.
That makes sense.
I think that's what they do. And then
so it doesn't matter. These points go away, and you get a certain number. You get a certain number of points for what position you are in the rankings, and it starts over. It's kind of like a playoff kind of thing.
Yes.
So whoever has the most points after the playoffs is the actual champion.
I totally need a dryer because Alucard's drool.
Yeah, Alucard is drooly, especially if it comes up from outside and you just drink water. Yeah.
It's been almost an hour, and it feels like he just did it 2 seconds ago. But anyway.
Any other racing that you've been
NHRA.
NHRA.
You know, I love my going in a straight line, so we can see what's going on with the world of NHRA. Oh, something that we might be interested in going to and being spectators of. And I think it's either next weekend or the following weekend.
Of course, Brandy
is Streetcar Takeover.
Oh yeah.
Down at I still call it frickin' Firebird. I don't give a shit.
They keep
I don't give a shit what the hell they call it now.
Well, I think the Indian reservations finally bought it and changed it because it was always on their land anyway.
Yeah.
They made enough money at the casino to buy it and change the name of it. I forget the name right now.
But it's a 2-day event. It's Friday and Saturday. Yeah. I don't know.
But here's the standings. Brittany is, of course, in second.
Wow, Brittany's not on top.
No, Doug.
Doug Coletta. Boston, Bridget, Milliken, Torrance.
It's amazing how many females can be in the top of drag racing and not in NASCAR. It's hilarious.
There is only one force in the top 17.
I don't see any forces anywhere. Maybe they're in a different class.
Yes. There's Top Fuel and Funny Car.
There's Funny Car. Okay, here's Funny Car. John's in second.
Okay.
And Funny Car. So did Dad finally retire? Stop racing?
John?
Yeah. Well, he's still Funny Car?
He's in second.
How old is he? He has to be half dead. Like, seriously. Does he have handicap controls? Sorry, I don't mean to rip on him, but...
Remember how we used to make fun of his teeth?
Yeah. The grill on the front of his face is bigger than the one on his car.
Yeah.
Because Funny Cars don't
His
have grills.
friggin' smile. He'd get out of it every time he'd get out of his car for an interview. He'd be smiling, and his face would be all black from like soot and shit.
And his
then
teeth would be just gleaming white.
looking like the goddamn Cheshire Cat from fucking Alice in Wonderland. It's like, dude, you're creeping
His
me
dentist was amazing.
Yeah, I guess. He knew how to whiten his teeth.
He had the best dentist money can buy. Jesus Christ.
And he was always really loud. I always wondered if he was half deaf or something because he's always.
I wouldn't talk if I were you. You're pretty loud sometimes.
Well, this is true.
It's pot calling kettle black.
I don't think I'm deaf. I just think I've been around or with too many loud people, and it's just caused me to kind of develop that habit to talk loud. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
Any other? We'll just go down Pro Stock. See what's going on down there.
Pro Stock. We can check out Pro Stock.
It's been so long since I don't know any of these people. It's been so long since I watched this stuff.
We can check out Pro Stock. We can check out
Motorcycle.
I'll
Which
see if there's
I've
any-
always loved watching the motorcycles impress the shit out of me.
I don't know how they hold on to those damn things. They barely have a
They're
seat.
literally on the
They
back
put-
tire for a quarter mile.
I don't know if they put glue on their ass so they don't fly off. I don't know what the fuck they do.
I mean, they are getting it. And it's all, the whole entire steering is all body control. Because once they leave the line, they literally carry the front tire about that far off the track.
Yeah.
The whole way down. So they're literally steering with the back tire, so they're leaning.
It's pretty much a unicycle with two wheels.
Yeah. It's just crazy, but always impressed me. So I want to build one.
Good luck with that.
Not that level.
I'm not.
Not that level. I'm just
Just something
like
similar.
just a drag bike. Period. I want to build one out of a Sportster, like a 1200. Just stretch it, lower it, freaking mid control, air shift. You know, put like a mild built freaking Buell motor on it and let it eat.
Send it.
Send it. You know, I'm gonna send it.
Q.
What's Q?
Any other racing I can think of? Like
Even though we don't watch it, you know, there's all kinds of other. There's Formula. There's Desert.
it's one thing I don't like is Formula
There's
1 for some
off
reason.
road.
I never really got into Formula 1. I just think there's too many regulations. I don't like the bureaucracy.
There's
It's kind of like
motocross.
NASCAR. It's why I never got really into NASCAR. It's because there's just too much bureaucracy between different cars and stuff like that, and different models and different aero and what aero you can have, what aero you can't have.
Well, and then Dodge went and dropped back out again a couple of years ago.
That's why I'm liking time trial stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like Time Attack. Because Time Attack cars are crazy. I'm just going to show some.
Yeah. I know Liam was definitely digging the Optima Ultimate Street Car stuff that I was showing him. He showed him that, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're definitely."
It's pretty much the same thing.
It was like, we're definitely doing that. That yeah.
It's my bag.
Yeah.
See, they get crazy. There's no rules. There's there's like certain surf. They can't see that because my big
God,
ass.
if you had a freaking lighter in here, I would just go. just to drive this shit.
Let me shrink my face. So yeah, they go crazy with this stuff. There's no rules. You can just have to certain surface area you couldn't go over with fins. So that's within surface area.
Oh, they got
Technically.
front wing for downforce, back wing for downforce.
Most
side
people
wings.
go with the simple canard setup, kind of like that, or like that. It's just the aero gets crazy and there's practically no rules. You can use whatever car you want. You just certain surface area of downforce, front and
But
back.
it makes them look so freaking redonkulous.
Yeah, but downforce is
I mean, I get that that definitely for sure has a purpose and it works.
yeah,
But the look, I mean,
and it doesn't.
look, function over look. I mean, I
it
get
doesn't.
that.
It
but-
doesn't work on all tracks, so it's better to have like something small that's maybe. But you know, what do they call those systems where you hit a button and a gap opens up and the rear wing and stuff like that.
They have them on the Porsches and stuff. It's like
There's a technical
it's an
there's-
electric wing thing.
Yeah,
That,
switch. Now, if you can have that front and back, that would be awesome.
Well,
so on something on
Porsche-
this, you can have some smaller surface areas
I think
that change.
Porsches is actually ran off of a speed sensor.
Yeah, those are runoff speed sensors.
Yeah,
On like Formula One, it's a button they push
yeah.
that they have to choose.
I need my day, but we're almost done, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
But
So that's the kind of stuff. If they had more, I don't know if I'm just not looking in the right places, but if they had more, that's awesome. I think it needs more front downforce.
you think? Well, actually, I think it needs all downforce because all four tires are not touching that track.
He shouldn't have went that fast over that bump, because the more time you have your tires on the track, because he's losing speed.
Well, it also doesn't help that he's got a freaking jet motor in the back.
That's his anti-lag. That's his anti-lag backfiring.
It looks like a goddamn jet.
It's like the perfect picture, perfect timing.
It does.
and
It
everything.
looks like a freaking jet motor freaking hitting its afterburner saying, here we go, we're taking off.
Functional rear diffuser. That's like a rally. I think it's like an uphill car.
Yeah. You see him more like that at Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a Subaru, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Subaru.
Yes.
That's an all-wheel drive.
Yes.
See, he shouldn't have like launched his car like that. He should have tried to keep his tires on the ground and make sure he had control.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are wondering,
Depends on what the track looks like down the road.
What we're going to be doing this week.
Oh, there you go.
It's pretty much we're gonna work on Darksin this week because there's some things that we need to get out of it and stuff for the engine stand build.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to go ahead and remove the dash. Going to use the tape and the Sharpie and show you guys how to mark off your wires so you know where they go when you go to put the new dash in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's basically we are going to be doing that. There was something. We also need to like start taking the trim off and get it like wrapped up or whatever so it can get ready to go off to powder coat.
Yeah.
Also, it gives us a chance to check all the pieces out more in detail after we get them off, figure out which ones we might be able to tap little dings out of and which ones might need to order new ones of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that will basically cover this week, and then the following week we'll be able to start on building the engine stand and hopefully be working on Liam's wheels here pretty soon.
Yeah, I just gotta order the paint.
Yeah.
I just got the funds available, and I was also thinking about doing start doing a touch-up video on my paint.
Oh, on the
Get
scratches.
some paint touch-up, and you know.
So that's some stuff that we can do too. Yeah.
Because I got a lot of scratches, and because it's original paint job, never doesn't look like it's ever been touched up.
Mm-mm.
I have.
There's a couple of good gouges that could use.
Yeah.
Some
Especially on the
good
plastic
fill.
bumpers.
Yeah.
They have some big time stuff that I might have to get the old sandpaper, and
Mm-hmm.
I might have to get a spray can of touch up paint to actually redo the clear coat and everything. So,
Well, that's easy.
but you can get those in a rattle can.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Some spots might actually have to use some filler. I have some light filler that I can use.
I repainted the whole side of my 93, that silver K5 Blazer I had when I lived in California.
Yeah.
When I bought it, one whole side of it was totally just gray primer, and I managed, and it was two-tone. It was a darker color than it was on the top than it was on the bottom. I managed to match it perfectly with Duplicolor car paint, and I totally repainted the whole side, and you could not tell.
Awesome. That's what I just need to do on the bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
And good thing about it being on the bumpers is we can remove them and like set them inside.
We could totally respray them.
Keep the car and roll the car outside, and we can turn the garage into like a little, sanding area
And paint booth.
and like even put up a temporary paint booth, some plastic, so we
Yeah.
don't get overspray
Now,
everywhere.
as where when we go to paint darks in, I'm actually going to use a cheap car canopy and a large semi-truck trailer tarp,
Yeah.
and kind of seal it all up and kind of make my own like paint booth thing that's easy and quick to set up, take down, and not so much an eyesore. And yeah, it'll allow me to be able to spray the car. Don't need to worry about having it covered while I'm doing the sanding and stuff, except for if I just want shade. But otherwise, the only time that car will actually be covered will be like day of spraying, like in a couple days, because the guy's paint, spray, cure. Same thing with your stuff.
Yeah.
It has to cure.
Yeah.
So an automotive paint, it takes a while.
Well, thankfully we get good sun all year long, so once it's not tacky anymore, you just put it out in the sun and it's cured like in a couple hours.
Well, it can still be slightly soft. Most paint shops will tell you, like, say if you go to like a place like Mako or something and have your car repainted, they'll pretty much tell you, don't wash or wax the vehicle for at least a week.
Yeah.
To really make sure everything, because of your clear coats and your UV protectants and all that, need to like really cure.
Yeah.
And then so. But with mine will be the benefit of the doubt, because we're going to be going for a high polish, so there'll be like some color buffing after and stuff. So
Yeah, polishing.
yeah, you got to do color buffing or color sanding or color whatever the hell it's called,
Yeah.
polishing, whatever. But
Usually just go over with some polish if there's like some swirl marks or something.
well,
like that,
it's
or something.
it's like a 3-step thing, buffing compound. You start with kind of a coarse, and then you switch pads and your product to like a medium.
Yeah.
And then after you're done with your medium, then you switch to a really good high quality Carnauba wax, and you lay your wax down and then just buff it off real good, and it will, no swirl marks, be a freaking mirror.
Yeah.
But it takes time. It's,
Gotta have the equipment.
you just need a good buffer,
Yeah.
a really good buffer.
Don't get those cheap ones. They
Yeah, no. You
Not
need
like those cheap electric ones. I've gotten one of those before, and it's just
the orbiting ones. Yeah, no.
yeah. You want
No.
something?
You want the ones they look like a freaking handheld
They
freaking
look like
grinder.
They look like a grinder. Yeah.
But how you know it's not a grinder is down on the trigger they actually have a speed control.
Yeah.
Where grinders don't. Buffers have a speed control so you can adjust the speed of the wheel so you don't burn the paint. Because yes, you can go too fast with that stuff and burn and destroy your paint. So
Yeah. It's best to have some experience with it.
yes, definitely. Because it starts
You
out
can- you
with
can-
a wet
you
sanding
can-
process.
You
and
can
then
pretty
it
much
just keeps
burn
going
off your
from
clear
there.
coat if you're not careful.
Oh, you can burn off everything down to your freaking primer if you're not careful. But yeah,
Anyway, I think that's
But-
pretty much it.
yep. I think that's gonna do it for today. So, yeah,
All right. Thanks everybody who showed up.
we will
And-
see you guys on Monday. We will be working on Dark Sin again for a little while, and yeah,
If you're watching this on after the fact on YouTube, please sure to like and subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
yep. And I'm Big D,
I'm Liam.
and we're out.